Here's a little bit of context. We have streamer Destiny being grilled by Piers Morgan over an issue of morality. That's how we get morality in 2025. We watch the news and we see what hot takes some random schmuck had in his bedroom. And then society gets to decide, is it moral to think this way? Are we allowed or should we condemn? And Destiny, right, a streamer, a schmuck in his own bedroom, has said that the reason children died in a flood in Texas is due to the fact that God killed them. And God killed them because they were using NordVPN, promo code Destiny, to get around the Texas porn ban. At the time, the Texas porn ban was actually worshipped by many Americans, saying that this is the way, this is the future. Until the United Kingdom said, all right, well, if this is the future, like, let us join in. And Australia's go like, let us join in. And now I see right-wingers horrified saying, no, not like that. But still, the issue of the matter is Destiny making this joke, right? Like, he's laughing at children that died. Well, in reality, it's not like that. In reality, he is taking the opportunity, like he sees children dying, and it's like, well, this is a golden opportunity for me to make a point. And he did it, and he got grilled by Piers Morgan. Now, the way Destiny tried to spin this around is by saying, look, the reason I did it is to show that right-wingers cannot stand edgy humor. Like, you guys say that you want free speech, you guys say that you champion freedom of expression, but in reality, look, you worship the Texas porn ban, and when I make a joke, you try to go after me and you try to cancel me. You're all a bunch of hypocrites. Like, when the left was banning you, when the left was suppressing you, they did nothing wrong. Like, my side was in the right, we got power and we used it. So that's the argument Destiny tries to make. And so recently, he watched Asmongold. And he points out that, look, when Asmongold is laughing at jokes with children dying, no one is going after him. So, like, this isn't about principles. This is about your side and my side. And so if that's the case, then my side is fully justified on banning your ass. My side is fully justified on taking control of corporations and then enacting its power, because this is how the game is played, right? So let's see if he has a point. Like, was Asmongold actually laughing at children dying, right? Was it the same thing what Destiny did? So let's watch the video first, and then we can comment.
See here, the United Nations has reported that 68 African migrants have died and many others are missing following a shipwreck. Do you remember what I said yesterday about where things are going to shift to? Let's read the comments. I told you guys. Isn't it crazy that it took one day for that to happen?
Okay, so after analyzing, after contemplating and understanding, like absorbing what I have seen, I can come up with the conclusion that Destiny is a moron. It's not because he's not an intelligent person, but it's because as a human being, he has decided to give up critical thinking. Like, he looked at the skill that only human beings can do, which is critical thinking, and he was like, no, I don't want this. And instead, he embraces collective thinking. And collective thinking is like my side, right? Like, my side, what do they think? Asmongold, man, bad. Okay, so everything that Asmongold says is probably bad. This is not Asmongold laughing at people dying. This is Asmongold having a nervous laughter because he is right. Now, any person that actually takes the time to engage with Asmongold content and understand what he is saying, you would know the following. Asmongold is not a right-winger. Asmongold, just like myself, is a atheist Redditor, if you will. You know, we're the type of people that just like to grill. We don't give a shit about Destiny's politics. We don't give a shit about right-wing politics. Unfortunately, however, people keep stuffing their politics up our asshole. So it is what it is. You know, every decade or so, we have to ally with the left against the right, and then we have to ally with the right against the left. It's a never-ending battle. We're probably the group of people that gets the pendulum to swing, to be honest. It's not through voting, but it's through purchasing power. Like, we literally support the companies that are against the ideology that's being stuffed in our ass at the time of day. And so when you understand this about Asmongold, right, like, he cares about entertainment, he cares about tits, and he cares about violence. Like, he wants to play video games like World of Warcraft with sexy night elves beating each other up. That's what he is, and that's what I am, right? And I want to be able to create my own ideology for myself and my family, which other people don't have to partake in, right? But unfortunately, as I mentioned before, like, there's other ideologies that go like, no, every single person on planet Earth needs to fit under our moral framework, even if they're from Romania and we're from Australia. And so when that happens, you start to notice things. And what you notice is that the more authoritarian people get, the more they push and push and push, the more people they piss off. And when they piss off a large number of people, eventually people push back. And the backlash is a lot worse than things used to be. And this is what Asmongold is noticing. Like, he is saying that because the left have pushed so much, have refused to engage in dialogue, have refused to even consider that maybe the other side is human too and we should find a middle ground or anything. They refuse to do that. And because of that, the conversation happened without them, and now the backlash is to the point where when you see a ship capsizing, something that in 2014 it would have been a tragedy and everyone would have gathered around and might be like, oh my god, that's horrible. Now in 2025, people are making memes and jokes about it. Why? Is it that they're upset about the people there? No, it's because of the ideology, right? Now, take into account the people that are making those memes and jokes. They buy things, they support things, they promote things, they vote. And so the left's answer is to suppress them. But by suppressing them, you're not getting rid of them. You're not eliminating them from society. They still exist. And they will still vote. And this is what Asmongold is saying. It's like, you're going to get a culture that's going to be anti-woke. And it's not going to be anti-woke because of critical thinking or because of, you know, trying to figure out which way is correct. No, they're going to do literally the opposite of what the woke does. And how does Asmongold know that this is going to happen? Well, it's because that's how the woke came into existence. They looked at the boomers. And the woke did literally the opposite of what the boomers did. 180 degrees on every single stance, on every single issue. And before the boomers, there was the hippie culture, and the boomers did literally the opposite as the hippies, and the hippies did literally the opposite as the generation that came before. It's a pattern in history almost. And this is like something to do with the Anglosphere, I believe, where they have no fucking chill. Like, they generally don't understand that certain things can have context and nuance, and maybe you shouldn't be that radical, maybe you shouldn't have like an on-off switch on everything, and maybe a dial is good. No, it's basically like the previous generation supported that, so we need to be 180 against it. No exception. And then your children are going to be the same. And Asmongold is basically watching this. And he's noticing it. And he's basically saying, like, you don't know what's going to come in the next 10 or 15 years. Like, the left has taken the internet, which used to be neutral, like no one was touching it. And they also took corporations, which also used to be neutral, and no one was fucking with them. And they forced these entities to be political. And so they justified the tactics, right? And you get Destiny being upset. Oh, well, I'm making some jokes and people are after my ass. Yes, the left trained them to be like that. Jokes are not allowed. And you can say, well, yeah, but like right-wingers, you don't believe in free speech. They used to. Unironically, like when Destiny got banned from Twitch the first time around, I remember right-wingers siding with him. I remember many people talking about it. It's like, yeah, you know, like I hope that Destiny had a megaphone so that everyone can hear his takes. Because at the end of the day, he's unhinged, right? So, like, that's a good thing. Like, people should hear it. It's like, this is what a leftist looks like. But now, people are so vindictive because they seen their friends banned. They seen their neighbors getting suppressed. They seen people losing their jobs over jokes that were like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And so, you know, you can have a principle, but when you see that everyone else is playing against your principle and no one cares about it, like, eventually people stop having the principle and people are going to be like, okay, well, fuck it. If censorship is the thing, then so be it. Seriously, like, imagine going to a board game meeting and everyone is cheating and you're the only honest person there. Like, at some point, you're going to start to cheat as well, because it's like, well, okay, well, if no one plays by the rules anyway, I'm not going to be an idiot. And this is what happens with right-wingers. It's not that they don't believe in free speech, it's that they used to. Like, I'm looking at Sargon of Akkad, like the previous stream that he had with Arch. You know, Sargon is a friend of mine. And both of us, like, also agreed that freedom of expression is good, that censorship shouldn't happen. And recently, he goes on the Archcast, and he's like, no, actually, like, something should be censored. Like, that's a good thing. And how did he become like that? Well, he became like that by being jaded, by people constantly censoring and suppressing him. To the point where he basically doesn't believe that a world without censorship can exist, and might as well be his censorship, and might as well his neighbor's goat would die as well. And unfortunately, yeah, I think Asmongold is right. I think this is like the next 10 years. This is what we're going to get. For 10 or 15 years until things will change again. Not for the better, I think. I think it's just like going to be different censorship on different issues. But this is how we're getting the internet fucking censored. Right? It's like, it's right-wing talking point. Think of the children. The left doesn't think of the children. The left thinks of women and minorities. And now it's like, okay, well, let's think of the children. So fuck internet anonymity. Fuck the internet freedom. Everything gets to be censored. Fuck internet competition. Good luck creating a new platform without being able to have this robust internet verification nonsense. It's because censorship is here to stay, right? So Asmongold notices, people notice, and this is why they criticize Destiny. Like, yeah, Destiny kind of has a point. Free speech is dead. No one believes in it. It's not a thing that people rally behind, and the left killed it, at least on the internet. Anyway, right, let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.